Okay, today we're going to be working on lesson 9.4, line graphs. How can you use a line graph to display and analyze real world data? Well, we're going to have to do some analyzing, not just, we're going to have to be able to tell what the graph is telling us. It says, graph the data to determine the times between which the greatest temperature change occurred. Here's a little helpful hint. A line graph is a graph that uses line segments to show how data changes over time. The series of numbers placed at fixed distances that label the graph are the graph scale. So that's like when we did our coordinate grid, the numbers on the side and bottom. Well, this is along the bottom and side of the graph, but it doesn't really look like a coordinate grid anymore. The intervals or difference between the values on the scale. So if you have 10, 20, 30, 40 up the side, what's your interval? What's between 10 and 20? 10 points, right? Or 10 spaces, or so the intervals or difference between the values on the scale should be equal. So we wouldn't have a graph that said 5, 10, 20, 40, 80. It should stay even. If we're going by fives, then we're going to go by fives all the way up. Okay? Graph the data. Use the graph to determine the times between which the greatest temperature change occurred. And they have a chart here that at 1 o'clock a.m., that's in the middle of the night, it was 51 degrees. At 2 o'clock it was 49, at 3 it was 47, at 4 it was 44. So what's happening to our temperature? It's going up until, well, it's lowering, and then we pop up to 45 and then back down to 44. So it's kind of bouncing all over. So you're going to write little ordered pairs of your data. You're going to put the time and the temperature in the parentheses. So it should look something like this. So they put 1 o'clock, so we're going to put 2 o'clock. And it was 49 degrees at 2 o'clock. Here we're going to put 3 o'clock, and it was 47 degrees. So go ahead and continue to fill those in. Okay, now that you've made your, paired up your information with time and temperature, we're going to look at this graph. And you'll notice along the bottom, they put time, and they put the hour. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Now look at the scale that goes up the side, the temperature. It goes from 0 to 40, but they just told us we needed to be, and then it goes 42, 44, counts by 2. So see that little jagged line between 0 and 40? That's a break in your graph, because otherwise you'd be going from 0 to 40 by 2s, and we really don't need that. So they put that little jagged line in there, indicating that the scale is broken there. And it's going to start at 40 with our temperature. Okay, that's step 1. Let's see. So here's our graph. It says step 2. For the horizontal axis, write the times of day, which is already done for you, and write a title. What is the title of this graph?
Recorded temperatures.
Okay, so not only did we write the numbers down here, but we told what that is. We labeled it. And this is and then it says, then graph the ordered pairs. Complete the graph by connecting the points with line segments. Now, when we did it on our coordinate grid yesterday and we graphed those points, we didn't complete it with a line segment, right? So that's why this is a line graph, because you have line segments between your points. All right, so they graphed 1, 2, and 3 o'clock. Where should we put a mark for 4 o'clock? What temperature was it at 4 o'clock?
At 44.
44. Here's 4 o'clock and 44. Okay, and at 5 o'clock,
45.
5 o'clock, it was 45. So we're going to just try and go halfway between. And at 6 o'clock was back down to 44, right?
Yeah.
And at 7?
46.
46. Okay, so the sun came up a little. Well, it got cold and then it got warm again. Okay, now I'm going to attempt to connect these dots. And, oops, and you should be connecting on your graph. So then the question was, back in our problem, is what is the greatest temperature change? So at what point, what hour to hour did it change the most? Between what 2 hours? Anybody? Well, it went up 2 degrees.
3 and 4.
Between 3 and 4, it went from what? 47 to
44.
44. And how many degree changes is that?
3.
3. 47 minus 44 would be 3. So between 3 a.m. and 4 a.m. Okay, now we're at the top of page 382. Jill used a rain gauge to collect data on the total rainfall during 6 days at her home in Miami. She read the amount of rain collected in the rain gauge each day and did not pour it out, so it grew every day. Okay? Her data is shown in the table. Make a line graph to display Jill's data. So here you're going to make your ordered pairs. And in the X spot is going to be just the day of the week. Okay? So she did it 6 days in a row. So Tuesday. And how much was it on Tuesday? 2 inches. Wednesday. How much was it on Wednesday? You should be filling in your ordered pairs. Thursday, or are they already filled in for you? 6. Friday.
8.
And Saturday. Okay, so that's filled in. Now it says choose a scale and the interval for the data. Okay, so we're going to have to discuss this. Now, what's going to go across the bottom? Right, because those are the first thing in our ordered pair, and those will go across on the X. So then on the top, we're going to have to do, or up the side, or the Y part, we're going to have to do the numbers. Now, our numbers vary from what? What's the smallest number? 2 to 9. So what do you think it only goes up to 9. Do you think we could use a scale that went 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5?
Yeah.
Okay. So, so we're going to choose our scale and interval, and I apologize if this is a repeat. I just started my recording differently. So we're going to go, we're going to go across the bottom. Which ones? Monday, the days of the week, because that's our first ordered pair goes across. And then the numbers are going to go up in our graph. The side of our graph is going to go from 0 to 10. So here I have started my graph. Now it shows a square box, so you should do a square box. And we're going to label. What should we label our graph? What's she doing?
Collecting rainfall.
Okay, so rainfall collection. Okay. And then what is the name of the numbers we're going to put along the Y coordinate? Rainfall in inches. That's going to go over to the side. Rainfall in inches. Okay, sorry, that's not very readable. It says rainfall in inches. And then we're going to put our numbers. Your 0 is going to go on this line right here. And then 1 on the line just above it. 2, they should be straddling the line. If this is your line, your number should be like that on it. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Okay, then along the bottom we're going to label it day. And the second line over is going to be Monday. And you need to put M-O-N. I don't have room for that. And then you're going to go, so that's this line right here. Okay. You're going to go over 2 and you're going to put Tuesday. So I'm going to put a T right across that line. You're going to go over 2 more and you're going to put Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. And I'm going to attempt to move my line out 1 box. Didn't get it quite big enough. See if I can fill it in. Okay. Please ignore those angled lines. I don't know why it's doing it. Okay, so there we go. We have our days across the bottom. We have our inches of rainfall. What was our inches of rainfall on Monday?
2 inches.
2 inches. So we're going to put a little dot on 2 inches. Okay. And what was our rainfall on Tuesday?
2 inches.
2 inches. I got the Monday dot in the wrong spot. Should be over here. And then Tuesday was 2 inches. And then what happened?
Wednesday is 3.
Wednesday is 3 inches. Thursday is 6 inches. Friday is 8 inches. And Saturday is 9 inches. Okay? Yeah, you're good. All right, now we've plotted our points. We've connected our dots. And remember that she never emptied the rain gauge. So when she got up Monday morning, there was how much rain in the gauge?
2.
When she got up Tuesday morning, there was still 2. So did it rain Monday night?
No.
Okay, so then Tuesday it was 2. Wednesday it was
3.
So how much did it rain
1
in the
inch.
night before Wednesday morning? Wednesday to Thursday, it went from 3 to 6. So how much did it rain in the night on Wednesday?
3
night? 3 inches. Okay, then Thursday to Friday was how much?
2
2 inches. And Friday to Saturday was?
1 inch.
Okay, so on which day was the total rainfall recorded the greatest?
Saturday.
No.
Wednesday
The
to
came
Thursday.
in.
Oh.
Okay?
Wednesday to Thursday.
Oh, but the question is on which day was the total rainfall recorded the greatest? So whoever said Saturday, you're right. I thought they meant. So the total. Oh my. So the greatest total rainfall on Saturday was 9 inches. On which day will Jill record the greatest increase in rainfall?
Thursday.
Well, it happened Wednesday in the night into Thursday, so she's going to record it on Thursday. Okay?